she's so great, she's so beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful woman, and fell in love with her, and boom, everything stopped so abruptly and quickly because we had different expectations from relationships. She was expecting way different things that I could give, but I fell in love. Well, in this video, I want to share the speaking club review of talking what makes long-distance relationships or any relationships, let's say happy relationships, last and stay together. What makes it work? So number one thing is knowing your personal expectations from relationships. When you know your expectations, what you actually need to be happy, this is exactly what it is. What do you need in relations? It is like going to buy a car and knowing which model, which year of production, new, used, which functionality, what type of car you want. And then understanding this and having this, by the way, not very long list of expectations, because the longer the list, the harder it is to find this person and the harder it is to stay together, and the more of a compromise you will have to make. So you have to have 5, 7, ideally 3 main expectations from relationships, and then you can see this person sooner. Because imagine yourself, you need like a Range Rover car. For your needs, you've decided why you need this car, and you start noticing these cars. You start getting more information about these cars. When you walk, you kind of see how this car performs in certain situations. It's the same about relationships. When you know your expectations, your main 3 expectations, yeah, it's a hint, from relationships, you start noticing this in people you date, men or women. You start paying attention, like, we have deep emotional bonding. She is showing concern. She's showing a lot of care. This is what I need. I'm not so attracted to this man, but he is such a funny person. His sense of humor is amazing. He's such a lively, at the same time, he's much older than me, but he's such a lively, fun character. I want a relationship with him. So this is the way it works. So let me share you what else people said about relationships expectations, so you know these expectations before you fall in love. Important hint from a matchmaker is knowing your expectations and finding out if you both meet these expectations before you fall in love. This is hard because we are visual, we are emotional, we have a tendency of imagining that it will be like this. If I am so attracted to this woman, she will be like I expect. But it's not true. She should have the features that you need to have in relationships in order for this relationship to last longer than just a visit to meet each other on a romantic trip. So what can be the expectations? The members of my speaking club, and by the way, this is a great event that you can also attend to learn more about how it works and what Ukrainian women think and what foreign men are talking about when it comes to relationships. So you can learn more on what it is so special about Ukrainian women, and speaking club is about the people, and about the knowledge. When you are attending the speaking club, and you can see the link in this video to my Telegram channel where I make announcements of my speaking clubs, and you can easily join. It's part of the service. So The members of my speaking club have shared the following things. Number one, and it's in no order, just as they shared. Intellectual connection. It is important to bond intellectually for many people, and to have this bright and energetic conversations about different things that is surrounding us in life. Deep emotional bonding and emotional openness. This is one of the relationships expectations. When you are like psychologists to each other, when you are like yin and yang, when you can share every feeling, and when you have a safe way of sharing a feeling and being accepted, not being judged, not being denied, but having somebody to come to and being heard. Another relationship expectations is sexuality, the level of sexuality you want, the different ideas about expressing your sexuality, and how you want to happen in your life. And that is very important, and you need to have this value and this expectation discussed with each other and understand. And you can easily do it before you meet each other in person, before you make a romantic trip. You can start talking about these things slowly while you are getting to know each other. Another relationship expectation is loyalty, of course, which is very important for women when they start relationships. And the level of loyalty, the level of communication also you have. The level of how much you communicate, how much you say to each other, the volume of your communication, the frequency. When you are beginning relationships, that's one thing. You need to talk more and more to each other. When you are in the relationships, that's the level of communication changes, and you can simply agree on, like, when you have these nice bonding moments and when you have these nice conversations, and how much of the conversations you have. So relationship expectations come into the following areas, which is communication, time spent together, and sexuality. So when you are discussing these things, and when you know what the person is able to give or what a person is expecting, then your infatuation turns into love, because you understand you can give this to the person, or you have the capacity of handle this type of relationships. What more? Making compromises is a relationship expectation. Sharing time together, receiving help, and all that actually is coming to love languages. So when you want to learn more about your partner, you need to appeal to the 5 love languages that are described in numerous books and numerous videos. And these are things related to time you spend together, which is a love language, physical connection, and all levels of physical connection that you have. Helping each other in everyday household chores or in different situations. Telling each other compliments and words of affirmation, which is another great relationship value. And it is an expectation, actually. It's a need. We need to be affirmed by another person. That's why we have a partner. That's why we have friends. And giving gifts and material component in relationship is, let's say, more important to women when they are judging some men by that as well. And it's also important to men on the level that what woman is making, what is she capable of providing as her part into the family, because we anyway give and take from relationship, emotionally, financially, time-wise. So the balance of what we give and take, the balance of what we exchange is making this relationship happy. And we can talk more about it when it comes to personal expectations. And when you want to learn more about it, you can definitely work with me as a coach, with our coach Irina Bonet, or our psychologist and coach Alex Orlov. So please let me know. You can see my contacts in the description to this video. And join my speaking club, and you will be part of these important and interesting discussions that we are making about relationships and good ways to have things happy in your life. So see you on my speaking clubs, and let's match you with the most beautiful woman that you can ever find in the world.